Hi there. The video you're about to see is here to help you lose that extra weight you carry and change your life. Either if you want to lose 10 pounds quickly for an occasion or 50 to change your whole life. My name is Jane Smith. I'm not a PhD or some kind of fancy fitness specialist that has never gone through the burden of being fat. I am a regular 35-year-old housewife that did her own research and found something truly amazing that I believe I should share. After years of being, fat, I decided it was time to do something about it, and what I found out through my research seems shocking at first. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, young or old. What I am about to reveal works. I must note that this video will not be online much longer, so make sure to watch it to the end. A bit about me. See, I didn't have an easy time growing up. When I was a teen, I could never get the guy I liked, and I was constantly mocked about my weight. I wasn't obese, and actually I was quite cute, and hopefully still am, but I had enough extra weight to be called chubby and fat. No boy wanted to date that chubby chick, as I heard them call me behind my back. All the ridicule and loneliness I suffered turned into a vicious circle of binge eating to feel better emotionally. I will talk about this circle later. When I turned 20, my weight had hit 187 pounds. Being 5'5", that really shows. I was depressed. I felt like society had turned its back on me. I was seeing myself spending the rest of my life with a couple of cats in my lap. No guy wanted me, and even if someone showed some interest, my lack of self-esteem would prevent me from doing anything about it. I was ashamed of my body and very ashamed of my naked body. This is when I said enough is enough. I was going on a diet. I remember reading a weight loss article in a popular magazine. It was filled with tips, tricks, and ideas. That day, I threw out all the unhealthy food I had. I was so determined. What I experienced the next 4 days can only be described as a drug addict in withdrawal. I couldn't stop thinking about food, and mostly sweets. The cravings I had were tremendous, and I slowly reached back to the cookies at the store. The second time I attempted a diet was more successful. I lost 15 pounds in 1 month, but I slowly lost the grip again, and I suffered the yo-yo effect. After reading probably hundreds of articles about weight loss and trying all types of supplements, pills, and diets, the same thing kept happening. I would suffer during the diet only to lose the battle after some time. Does that sound familiar? I bet it does. I bought all sorts of books promising quick weight loss and miracle results, weird fitness equipment, silly exercise routines by so-called weight loss gurus. I followed diets with fancy names and supposed miraculous results, like the Cabbage Diet, the Cambridge Diet, the Atkins Diet, the Low GI Diet, the F Plan, Red Days, Green Days. It goes on, to always suffer the yo-yo effect, or the no effect at all. That's when this popped in my head. Something is not right, I thought. I'm doing everything right. I buy all the pills that help celebrities lose weight. I starve myself to death. I have read and followed every tip and trick on weight loss, and I still fail. That thought kept running and running through my mind. Something's not right. Instead of fashion magazines and latest diet fads, I started reading medical journals and learning how the body works and why diets fail for most people 99% of the time. I started researching why I got fat. What I found out was that yes, genetics do play a part, but only to the extent where you can be born with more or less fat cells. It also turned out that the number of your fat cells does not matter at all. What matters is if you fill your fat cells with fat. When that myth got busted, I started feeling more confident that I can do this with the help of scientific research. The next thing I researched was the properties of the foods I love to eat. I was shocked. How could I have done this to my body? I kept on digging to find out what are the good foods to eat. It took me several months, but I finally had a long list of foods that actually promote and ease fat burning. I decided to put the science to the test. This time, dieting felt different. Once I started eating the right foods, I also began feeling physically and emotionally better. The cravings were inevitable. They did show up during the first 2 weeks, but this time I was ready for them. With the right food for my list, I managed to level my blood sugar levels and the cravings went away. In 2 weeks, I lost 10 pounds. I was amazed. This didn't feel like a diet at all. It turned into an easy-to-follow lifestyle. The pounds kept going down and my confidence up. I started looking better and better, wearing things I could never dream about. I even managed to meet a man who truly fell in love with me. Now I'm 124 pounds, even after giving birth to a wonderful son. Sometimes my husband and I look through my high school photos and he can't believe that was me. It's needless to say that my friends went crazy. How did you do this? They kept on asking. I shared my secret with them, and 6 out of the 6 people I shared my knowledge with achieved their goals and still to this day eat the right food. Michael, my best friend since high school, who is obese, lost 132 pounds in 6 months in 2010. To this day, he still weighs 198 pounds. So stop blaming yourself. It's not your fault that you've been disappointed and misled by the weight loss industry. They are in it for the money, and if you lose your fat, who will buy their pills, equipment, and low-carb food? The sad fact is, a lot of these low-cal foods, sweeteners, and sodas can actually cause you to gain weight and force your body to store these fats instead. It's not true that you lack motivation and self-control. The truth is that diets until this day are designed for you to fail. Who can possibly go through their life on a couple of fruits a day? It's totally unpractical to think you'll spend your entire life never eating carbs, living on diet pills, eating awful, bland, weird foods every day of your life. It's just not going to happen. Stop blaming yourself, your genetics, or your age. All that you've known about weight loss until now is simply not true. The fact is, you can lose weight quickly and easily by boosting your metabolism by eating diet foods. The key to losing weight turned out not to be some pill the industry is trying to push, food deprivation, or some gym rat's advice. You're about to discover a healthy eating program that actually works for you. I managed to change my life and the life of my loved ones. Let me change yours.